When women apply for jobs in the first place, we ask for £4,000 less than the men would ask for the same job. So this really got us talking this morning, and it's interesting because, Janet, obviously you've been a boss and you've interviewed lots of women. Does that surprise you, that figure? Or...
Well, I'm not completely surprised. It is shocking. But I think it comes down to how women approach interviews in general. I mean, I always paid women the same as men for doing the same job, and I think that, you know, legally that's what you're supposed to do. You know, it should be equal pay for equal work. But when women come into an interview, also let's start by acknowledging that job adverts say pay will be within a range of X and Y, dependent on age and experience. So they've already planted that seed of doubt in your mind about whether you're the right age or whether you've got the right experience.
Do you go for that top of that bracket?
So I'm interviewing people for a job, and men enter a room, they sit down and they're confident and they hold your gaze, and too many women come in and they're apologising from the outset. Their whole demeanour is apologetic, and so few women approach an interview with any confidence. And I do wish that schools and, you know, there was some way to instil in women this confidence in what their capabilities
so why do you
are.
Think, I mean, you're saying that even young women now are doing this.
Well,
so you can understand
frightened.
certain generations, but you think, why is that message not getting across? You're just as good as the men. Well, you should be in there asking for the top.
Exactly. They've got the same qualifications. Why aren't they more confident about it? And I think if women could see that being confident doesn't mean you're cocky or you're, you know, big-headed. It's just the way you've got to be to get the right salary for the job. And always ask for too much because they're going to knock you down anyway. I mean, speaking from my own experience, when I've got jobs and I've had to negotiate my salary, I've always thought I'm going to ask for way too much and then I'll end up with the same as the bloke.
I suppose the fear is if you ask for you know is way too much, that they'll think, oh, that you're just being ridiculous now, and you'll be crossed off the list immediately.
You said as an employer you would always pay the men the same as the women, but if a woman came in and asked for less, as an employer, wouldn't that be better for you? Because then you save yourself some cash? I know that's really bad. I'm not saying that, you know, we should, but I'm just saying it makes sense.
No, I want people, because I would work on the assumption that in the office people would discuss their salaries, and it's just bad practice to have people doing the same job earning different money. You've just got to be completely open and transparent about it.
So whose job is that down to? I mean, should the boss say this is how much the job is worth?
It's the company's responsibility.
If a woman came in and asked you for less, you'd give her what she was worth, so you'd give her more. Yeah,
I'd make sure they all were earning the right rate for the job. I just think it's fair. I mean, obviously, overall, if you're running a company, you know, and cash is tight, you want to pay people, you know, what the company can afford. You're not just throw money away. But it all comes down to how women approach an interview. And in that survey, they discovered that it varies from profession to profession. And I was shocked to read that in accountancy, for example, where you think, my goodness, you're working in figures, surely you'd know. Women are earning 29%. They're asking for 29% less.
Did you see this one today? I love this.
But yeah, I totally agree.
You're just one of them. Ooh!
Which I find patronising to start off with.
I think it's empowering. I think it's inspiring.
It's just part of every day.
We've got loads there. That's a good show. That's a good show.
The discussion starts here. Loose Women, weekdays at 12:30.